Hey everybody, it's Mackenzie Deacons again, and today I want to talk all about the amazing Nikon Z7. I've had this camera now for about a year. Nikon actually sent it to me, and I love them. Bless their souls. That love it. I wanted to wait a year because I wanted to make sure that I had kind of given it a good run for its money. And I wanted to go over some of my most favorite things about this camera. First of all, I have loved the lightweight of it. I love that it doesn't have this giant body that like I have to carry around. So I love how light it is. I also love the fact that it's mirrorless. I think that the cameras of the next stage of photography will most likely be just mirrorless. And that being said, what I love about mirrorless cameras is that they shoot in real time. And I don't know what the technical verbiage is of that, but basically like when you're looking through the viewfinder, that's the exposure that you're getting. So if you turn your f-stop like smaller or like a bigger number so that it shuts down, takes more light out, it gets darker. Or like if you adjust your shutter speed, it gets lighter or darker. So if you change like your exposure triangle, your picture will become lighter or darker just depending on which way you're going. And I love that because it just takes out like that extra guesswork. And maybe it's like not like, oh, you should know already what your your settings are. But I just love it because I don't have to look at my meter as much anymore, and it's just super easy. The tricky part has been when I'm shooting with a second camera that's not a mirrorless, like my D750, and it's like I go from between the two. That's been tricky because I'll look through the D750 and think it's correctly exposed, but it's not because that's not how that works. Anyway, but yeah, I just keep that in mind and everything's okay. But so that is one of my most favorite things is, like I said, in changing in real time. The other thing is flip out screen. I love it. I love the flip out screen. I'm able to take pictures of flat lays without bending over and messing up my back, and like that's awkward. But the other thing is when you're shooting like people, like portraits of people, everyone wants to be shot from above, but I'm only 5'4". So I take my camera and I elevate it above them and I flip the screen out and then just say, look at my camera. And then I can be anywhere. I used to have to make people sit down on benches or sit on the ground or sit down in the snow, or not, obviously I never make people sit in the snow, but I love the fact that I can get that beautiful look from their faces just by lifting it up and tilting the screen. And I know that's a lot of cameras have the flip out screen, but I just really like it. Okay. Also the high megapixels on this is amazing. You can step down, like in the functions, you can change it so that you're not shooting at such a high megapixel, but I just kept it there. I kept it at that big fat old mark. I love it. And it also prints gorgeous enlargements. My weddings I've photographed when I show up at the weddings, and they've printed these just giant, like 2 feet by 3 feet images or prints. It's just gorgeous. Like it's crisp, it's clear. I actually had a bride's mom tell me that when they went to go pick them up, they said, wow, your photographer must have a really great camera. And I was like, boom, baby, that's what it is. Yeah, it's just like it's gorgeous. I love these. Also like the beautiful colors in it. It's just it just grabs onto that color and I love it. Also, when I'm editing, I really enjoy that it has such a great dynamic range. So I can keep my highlights intact and my lowlights are still there too. So when I'm editing, like I feel like I edit pretty harshly, but it doesn't damage the image like it would in the past. So with like maybe an older camera. So yeah, that's been awesome. What else do I love about it? Oh my gosh. Okay. So like I said, Nikon gave it to me, but you guys, this friggin' price on this, the price point is amazing. It is not even expensive at all. For what you're getting a professional, gorgeous camera. You're getting that at such a killer price that it's just like unheard of. I can't even tell you. Yeah, and I feel like it's just like a trusty friend. Like I've this sounds so weird, but if you're a photographer, I think you would understand this, because whenever I get a new camera, I'm always like, oh, but I'm not going to have my old camera anymore. It's a sad day. It's sad. But when I got that Z7, like I feel like I imprinted immediately on it. Like I held it and it was like my baby. It was like my good trusty friend. And that's the thing, is I've never had any problems with it. Like I've always just, I felt like it was like meant for me. Like we were a beloved, betrothed, best friends forever. I love it. Okay, the only couple downfalls that I had, and this is just like in the beginning when you're working with any new camera, getting used to like so it needs a QXD card, which I obviously didn't have. Like it's not like it's a brand new thing. I don't know. It's like a shape of an SD card, but the thickness of a CF card. They're great. They're fine. The only thing is this only has one slot for it. So that kind of stinks, but I don't know. It is what it is. I had to get new batteries. I had old batteries that were working fine with my D800, but I needed to buy like fresh new batteries. And if you have it, oh crap, I forgot to tell you about my other favorite thing is you can have it in a mode that predicts where your face is going. So if you're looking through your viewfinder, it'll pop in there through your viewfinder, but then when you pull away from it, it'll pop up on your LCD screen. So you can see it like live there. So I'll shoot like low angles and flip out the LCD screen and be able to shoot that way. But when you're using it in that mode, it does burn through some batteries. So so a typical photo shoot, like I usually have 2 batteries, but like a wedding, like 3 batteries. And then I bring my charger and like kind of charge it along the way. I kind of wish, the only other thing is I kind of wish the screen flipped like out and then around so that you could use it on yourself, like more of like a vlogger type of deal. I don't know if that would work though, because it's, I don't know. Anyway, so you guys, I testify to you that the Nikon Z7 is amazing. It is by far my most favorite Nikon camera that I've ever had. And I've been shooting with Nikon for 12 years, 15 years now. No, 15 years. And I just love it. The price point's amazing. Megapixels are on point. It's light. It's got that flip out screen. I have no qualms with it, and I can't say enough about it, honestly. It has given me absolutely beautiful images, some images that I probably wouldn't have been able to shoot otherwise because they were in maybe a low lighting scenario or something where I needed to edit it really heavily and be able to get like that information from it. And I've had a absolutely great year with it. I can't wait for 2020 to be able to photograph some really cool spots with it. And I say, click on the link, swipe up or whatever, and get this camera like today, charge it if you need to. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. Thanks. Bye.